Well, yeah, I mean, the dollar's been quite soft overnight, and it's tracked lower US yields. I mean, we look at the yields now and are quite, I think mystified is probably a good word to say. You know, we've got very good growth in the US. We've got the Federal Reserve going to taper its asset purchases later this month, and we have yields that are now near 2%. And we think that these are buying levels for the dollar against the yen.
Okay, what about come December? Yet another rate hike. A lot of people are saying it might not happen. Or you think it will?
Well, yes, we do think it will happen. We think that the Fed is not going to be dissuaded from from keeping on the path that they've well set out to continue to remove this accommodation. I think if we were sitting here a couple of years ago and someone told you that US unemployment was 4.4% and the economy continues to add jobs and it's growing at GDP is growing at 3% at the moment, and then you told them that interest rates were 1.25%, I don't think they would believe you. So we think that there's further room to continue to take away some of this accommodation. Notwithstanding, we're not going to get back to levels that we saw some years ago, but higher than where we are now, certainly.
All right, so on yields, I mean, right now we're sub 210, 209, 208 last time I checked. If there is going to be that yet another rate hike come December, PB, by the end of the year, what are yields going to look like?
Well, I mean, yields higher. I mean, I think that the biggest kicker for yields is going to be when the Fed announces that it's tapering its purchases, this month. I think that's been the reason that yields have been held back for so long. But as I mentioned earlier, it's very difficult to validate the level of where yields are now and how the economy is tracking. Certainly there's been some demand, but we would struggle to see them staying at these levels for an extended period.